Hey guys, welcome back to the O&D Life. Today we're going to put together a landscape rake, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So let's get started. Welcome back to the O&D Life, where you can get a little lessons learned, see some products that I've used to make my tractor a lot more useful and safe, and just some cool tools that you can use around your homestead. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee or beverage of choice, and I think you'll enjoy it. Thanks a lot. So it was delivered on a pallet. It came with a lift truck. I was able to pull it right off the truck with the Pallet Forks on the BX. The pallet had a steel cage on it that it was all wired to, so that kept it all in place, and pretty simple to move around with the Pallet Forks. Just had to untwist all the wires or cut them. There was two boxes, one with all the hardware for the rake, and then one box for the guide wheels. So you'll see those come off. It was delivered on a Thursday, and one of the nights, either Thursday night or Friday night, it rained, so the box got a little bit soggy. I laid something on top of it, but it still got kind of wet. So you'll see kind of a soggy box that I take off of there. But everything was there, and one of the things that I was reading on some of the reviews is the instructions to put it together were kind of lacking. But really, all you got to do is take the frame, attach this the rake part to it. There's a big bolt hanging down. Put that through, and then put the bolt on, the nut on, and there's a cotter pin. So that was pretty simple. Then there's a second pin that goes through, and it's held in place with a linch pin, and that's so that you can turn it so it's at a diagonal to make shed rows. Then here's the pieces to put it onto the 3-point to make that triangle. If I was to do it over again, I think maybe I would put this piece together first, and then you could go ahead and hook it to the back of your tractor and lift it up and put all your tines on to the rake. This wasn't bad. I left the pallet on the Pallet Forks and lifted it up to about waist level and just put it together there. The bottom set of holes there is where that brace goes. I tried to switch it out at one point and hook it up with my quick hitch because it was almost at the right height, but not quite. So that's where it sits now. And then I just tightened up those pins. Here we're going to put in the tines, and you'll notice that the nuts are on top with the washers. That's something that I thought would be easier to do. Saw in a review that suggested it, but it doesn't give you enough clearance to rotate the rake around. So go ahead and put the bolts down and then put the washers on the bottom side and the nut. So you do have to fight gravity just a little bit trying to hold everything in place, but you'll get into a groove. There's plenty of them to do. That's for sure. So once you have them all on, you can put on the guide wheels, and you take off the first and third bolt and nut and put in a longer one and just put the guide wheel on there and then the wheels. Simple as that. Okay, just wanted to point off real fast something that Coyote Kurt noticed in the first video on the landscape rake here. He noticed that the wheel seemed like it was shifted over. Got Koji running around, wants to be a YouTube star. Want to say hi, buddy? You want to say hi? No? He's a good boy. Hey now, come on. So what had happened is, I don't know if it was missing. I don't remember now. You know, I just don't remember. I don't know if I was missing. I think I was missing a washer, and this bushing basically pushed the bearing in, and so the wheel was, you know, shifted over and loose basically. So what I did is I did have some of these big washers. I put that on there so that way that bushing can't push the bearing in, and seems to be working really good there. So did that on both sides, and so far so good. Was just using it a little bit, but just wanted to point that out. If you do get the guide wheels, might check that out, do a little upgrade. There was, you know, the smaller washers, but those washers fit in to the inside of the wheel as well. I'm pretty sure. I've kind of fiddled around with it. My memory's gone to pot, so I tell you what. All right. So I'm going to throw in some footage when I was using the Landscape Rake without the wheels, and just kind of let you guys see some of it in action there. But I am going to be doing another video where we have just all the uses of the Landscape Rake. So, what's up, buddy? This is Bear. Man, everyone wants to be a YouTube star. All right, buddy. When I'm down low like this, they all want to come up. So here, I'm going to just show you how we can turn it around. I've already taken off the guide wheels on the back side here, so that's why no bolts in right there. But really, it's as simple as taking out this one linchpin, lift this up, and rotate the rake on around. Let's make sure you can see this. You can see how those bolt heads go right up underneath. Line up the holes that you want. If you want it straight or angled so you get a shed row. You guys told me on the video, last video. Shed row, that's the word I couldn't think of. And then put your linchpin back in. I'll find the hole without looking. I'm going to actually get it straight. And actually, you can quickly see you've got these different bushings, so you can change the height of the guide wheels. I found that in the grass, this setup works well. If I go where there's no, I just want to scrape the top, then I go with these two on the bottom down here. Okay, here's some video footage where I was using the rake without the guide wheels, just to turn over some of that composting muck that I pull out of that horse area. I've been putting it on this side of the hill. Figure might be able to extend that plateau part just a little bit. So I also wanted to just take a moment to remind you to use the link down below in the description to get you to Titan attachments if you would like to get your own Landscape Rake. And if you, feel free to browse and see what else there is. They've got lots of toys. I do want to also mention, and I need to see about finding a link for it, but they have other product lines. One is outdoor equipment, fire pits, so not equipment, outdoor living. So fire pits, some outdoor furniture stuff, as well as shooting targets, still targets, dueling pistol trees. So pretty cool stuff. So you guys might want to check that out. They also have a product line for fitness. And so I'm going to try and find the link, get the link for that, and put it in the description as well. And just a reminder, if you use the link that I provide you to get to their website, it will track that's how you got there. So I get credit for that. And if you purchase something, then there's a small commission, much like what Amazon does with their associates. So it doesn't increase the cost to you, but it helps you be able to support the channels that you watch, and maybe you get some information, and you're able to support the channels that way. So if you haven't already, please click that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and click that bell button so that you can get notified when new videos appear. And also, if you're new, check out the channel, and I think you'll see some other products that you might be interested in, and you'll be able to see what's out there for your tractor, or some of the cool tools out there for your homestead. O&D out.